Welcome back. Today's topic is on Introduction to Ethical Hacking. So, what is hacking? Hacking is gaining unauthorized access to anything, or you can say hacking is being able to do the stuffs which you aren't allowed to or supposed to do. For example, viewing a page or information which you don't have permissions to, or even hacking into someone's computer or hacking into computers of others and controlling them. So, in simple words, hacking is something you manage to do anytime which you don't have permissions to do in real life. Now, who is a computer hacker? A computer hacker is a computer expert who uses their technical knowledge to achieve a goal or overcome an obstacle within a computerized system by non standard means. Now, that might be some confusing. So, in simple words, a hacker is just a person who uses his computer programming or technical skills to overcome a challenge or a program. As with most labels, there is a good side or a bad side of a hacker, and there are some hackers who fall in between. Coming towards the type of hackers, we have different types of hackers in the world. Black hat hackers. They are criminals who break into computer networks with malicious intent. They may also release malware that destroys files, hold computer hostages, or steal passwords with credit cards or even the personal information of a particular user. What they do with these kind of informations, they actually try to sell these for money. Now, who is a white hat hacker? A white hat hacker is an ethical computer hacker or computer security expert who specializes in penetration testing and in other testing methodologies that ensures the security of an organization's information systems. Ethical hacking is actually a term meant to imply a broader category than just penetration testing. The gray hat hackers are those who come in the middle of the white hat hacker and the black hat hacker. They actually break into the system without the authority, but they do reveal them to the system owner. The script kiddies are those who are non skilled persons who gain access to the system or do the hacking stuff by completely relying on the tools available. The hacktivist. The hacktivist is actually a hacker or group of hackers who use the hacking to send social or religious kind of messages or even political messages in the public. So they actually use the hijacking way of websites, or they actually completely take down the websites by using the DDoS attacks, or even doing some other kind of malicious attacks on the network. A phreaker is a hacker who identifies and exploit weaknesses in a telephone instead of computers, like phone tapping and all, etc. Now, what is actually cybercrime? Cybercrime is something which you see anything, you can say in the simple words, any crime which is happening in the internet is known as cybercrime. Like, for example, there are something like spreading of viruses or doing online bullying or even doing online kind of frauds through emails or even doing the credit card frauds. These all come under the cybercrime. And nowadays, the cybercrime is increasing day by day, as you can see in the real life. Now, what kinds of cybercrime you can encounter? The first one comes with computer fraud. So the computer fraud can be happen like a attacker will be giving you some kind of phishing email or something, and then will try to gain your personal information or anything related to you. Now, the second one comes the privacy violation. So the cyber criminal will actually expose your all your personal information into on the internet or like on the social media platforms, or like hacking your website or gaining your information personal which is personal to you, like the phone numbers, account, email addresses, and details such that, and they will publish all over the internet. The third one comes with identity theft. In this, the attacker actually steals the personal information and like he impersonates as that particular user in the real life. Like, for example, if someone has attacked me using identity theft, he might be using my own identity and might be impersonating himself as me. Now, sharing of copyrighted files and information. So this actually includes everything which comes under copyright, like piracy or piracy of videos or ebooks or anything, or even the games and all, and the softwares, whatever comes under the computer programs. So the electronic fund transfer, this involves gaining an unauthorized access to the bank computer networks and making illegal fund transfers. Like for example, someone attacking, gaining access to someone's bank account and doing the transaction through his account for his need, for attacker's needs. Electronic money laundering. So this involves the use of the computer to launder money. ATM fraud. ATM fraud is something like whenever if you are going into an ATM and there someone else might be like shoulder picking you and trying to see the pin, or kind of stealing your credit card, or even creating a fake clone of your credit card, which is possible nowadays. Now, the denial of service attacks. This involves the use of computers in a multiple location to attack servers with a view of shutting them down. Mostly of the cyber criminals, like the activists and all, they use this kind of attacks to take down a system or a computer or server. Now, spam, sending unauthorized emails. These emails usually contain advertisements or even sometimes malicious links. Now, what is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking is an hacking which is actually legal, and in this process we actually go on into identifying weaknesses or vulnerabilities in a computer system or a network, and coming out with the countermeasures or the mitigations that protect the weaknesses. Now there are some certain rules the ethical hacker must to need to follow, like they need to get the written permission from the owner of the organization or computer or anything before targeting or doing the hacking. Now they also have to keep in mind that they have to protect the privacy of the organization from getting leaked. They need to write a detailed report about the weaknesses or vulnerabilities they found during their penetration testing or vulnerability assessment, and then report them to the target organization. They also need to inform the hardware and software vendors of the identified weakness. Now, although a lot of people hear the word hacker and think we are talking about cyber criminals, but that's not the case. A hacker is not always a bad guy. A hacker is just a person who uses the computer programming or technical skills to overcome a challenge or problem. As with most labels says, there is a good side and a bad side, and there are good people who fall in between them. Now, the most important question: why ethical hacking? Because information is one of the most valuable thing of anyone, even a particular human person or an organization or even a system. So, keeping an information secure can protect an organization's image and save an organization a lot of money. Like, for example, if you are trying to do a transaction using your debit card, and if you came to know that about the target's website being not secure, so would you be doing transactions again through them? No, of course not. Also, fake hacking can lead to a loss of business of for organizations that deal in financial, such as PayPal. So, ethical hacking actually puts them a step ahead of cyber criminals who would otherwise lead a lot of losses in the business. So, what ethical hackers do, they actually try to save them from getting attacked from the cyber criminals or the black hat hackers even. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and from the next video we will be starting the next module, footprinting and reconnaissance, and we will doing the practical as well. Thank you for watching. Thanks a lot.